welcome, viewers and or listeners. This is the first live cast in a while because we had a few technical issues.
Yes.
I mean, it was national, so it's not just a local thing. It's not like one of our radiators blew up or something.
Or we had diarrhea or something.
Indeed, yeah. This has been a whirlwind of a year, this has, hasn't it?
It has. It really has. It just hasn't stopped. It's only for us, though. No one else.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Everyone else has had a complete breeze of a year. Oof. Right, so it is a podcast.
Yeah, man.
This is episode number 177. Sorry, I mean it has been a hot minute, hasn't it? But yeah, so I've just checked on the stream. We are there. I obviously can't hear it, otherwise it would be coming through my microphone. But Lee, it's been a bit of time, innit? How are you? How are you, my mucker?
I'm all right. Actually. I've been a bit ill. I'm feeling a lot better than I was, but yeah, that's why the news went out a bit late this week, which was my fault, really. I fell asleep. It was all ready to go out, and I was feeling so ill that instead of actually uploading it to YouTube, I fell asleep at about 7:00 in the afternoon, in the evening.
You know what, though? That's your body's way of saying this needs to happen.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
need some rest.
Yeah.
So,
hey, Andrew, how you doing, man? Nice to see you.
We've got Mr. Bimson.
Mr. Bimson, our patroniser.
Indeed. I'm getting no one on mine for some reason, but we shall see.
Are you not, sir?
I'm not. Oh, that's why, because I'm looking in the Fret Talk one, not on the Pedabadardoob one. That'll be why.
Gotcha. Okie dokie.
There we go. Hey all. Hey Andrew Bimson.
So,
Oh yeah.
I've also been working very hard on a bunch of things that have been going on over the last month or so. So there was a big show. Do you remember the show in Germany that I went to last year that I didn't shut up about?
I do, because I made a bit of a joke about it in the podcast titles, which I was looking at this week. Yeah, saying that guitar shows are the worst. Oh, the fun we had. The fun.
But we miss them now, don't we?
Oh yeah.
But they did it online this year, and we did a big booth on it with Tonepedia, and it was kind of like just get everything done and dusted really, really quickly. I had to do a bunch of interviews with people from Jensen, B&G Guitars, Carl Martin, and interviewed Brett Kingman, the YouTuber. Really nice guy. So yeah, that was great. We did a lot on there, and really pushed it with all the different companies. That was good fun. But it was also absolutely exhausting. I've been organising a giveaway as well with Tonepedia and doing some Christmas stuff as well. So that's been really, really busy. With Pedalboard to Doom, I've been obviously doing all the latest news videos which we've been putting out, and we've been putting out your video. What was your video? It was you did the analog delay, didn't you?
So the analog delay was about 2 ago, so that was probably about a month ago. The most recent one was the acoustic sim versus the Variax.
That was good. That was really good.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, isn't it? Me and Matt had the chat about it actually, about how like neither sound are bad, but the acoustic sim
is bad.
the acoustic sim sounds like a piezo pickup in an acoustic. It's got that really kind of dry and really direct sound, and you can work with that. But it's a sound, isn't it? It's a sound, and it doesn't sound like a natural acoustic. Where the Variax does a lot more, but obviously
the Variax one, hands down. I don't think there's any two ways about it. I just don't think that the one on the Helix sounded good at all. Honestly,
I think it sounds like an acoustic plugged in, which it's a sound that people are used to, and if you're playing in a live situation, that kind of really processed and thin sound can actually cut through really well. So it might have a bit more use than you envisage. But if you are playing it, you clearly, like, there's one that sounds a bit like a facsimile of an acoustic, and then there's one that sounds like an acoustic, isn't there?
Yeah, I look. This isn't a dig at the Helix, right? Because I think that the one coming through the Variex is possibly the best acoustic coming from an electric I've ever heard.
Yeah. So, I mean, they are good, and
that's something to say.
And I chose the model which, to my ear, sounded best as well. So it was giving a really good representation of the Helix. I mean, they all sound pretty convincing, but I think because it was a Martin, and it's like a big body Martin, so it's really, really deep and rich sounding. So it's easy to like. But yeah, I thought it was quite interesting.
Was it a D28 or something like
that? It was something. I can't remember. I'll put it in
most
likely
that sort of Bob Dylan, George Harrison sort of sound. People are going to go, "Oh, he didn't use that," or something along those lines. But that's the sort of sound like I imagine from a D28, because that's the most famous Martin.
I mean, I'll put my hands up and say that my knowledge of acoustic guitars is very, very limited. Because
yeah, me too.
If I have money to buy an acoustic, I buy an electric. And that's the way it works.
Yeah, do you know what? Joe, I have to do a lot of the descriptions, and I have to do the descriptions, these sort of things for the new instruments and new pedals and that sort of thing on Tonepedia, and that includes the acoustics. Okay. And every time we have a new acoustic I've got a rad, I'm just like, ugh, because I'm the same as you. I know a lot more now, but oh my god, I really didn't. It's just, it's a bit of a pain in the bum when you don't know something, you've got to write about it. But shit happens. Worse things happen at sea.
That they do. So, pedalboards of news this week. You got a few tasty picks there, haven't you? We've got one which is especially pedalboards of doom friendly.
Yeah. Hopefully, Stu pops on and he can tell me, no, you're talking out your ass about certain bits and pieces in the comments or what have you. But it's really this, isn't it? Hang on, let me just go on to there. So it's this. This is the bad boy. This is the Siren Scream. When I first had this, it's got to be over a year ago now. They're simply there was a different name for it. I can't remember what it was, but that's what we were going to go with, and turned out someone else had it. And it's been a really long drawn out process. It's like what clipping options to add and these sort of things.
Yeah.
Tuning it in. It's like Stu sent it over to us and he was like, what do you think? And I was like, I wanted it to sound more like the original BMB drive, and I sent it back saying it's something. He gave me feedback, and he was really, really good with it. With Stu, he was like, didn't take any of it personally and these sort of things, but it sounded good even back then.
Yeah.
But you know what Stu's like? He's such a perfectionist, so it was all the way through. He was just like trying to make sure that it was absolutely amazing. And for what is a high gain distortion virgin on fuzz, because that's what Rats that's the territory they sit into, this thing is silent when you've got it turned on. even when you turn it right up, I did a demo of it. I put it out, and I did that in the demo. I turned it up to its highest output setting with like no transistors or whatever it was. Turned all the knobs up, and you can just barely hear the faintest. Just the build quality is absolutely bang on, and that's the same with all his gear, isn't it?
It is, yeah. He's very very fastidious when it comes to the circuit design, and the BMB before it was designed and redesigned, and every time he learned something new that he could increase the quality of that circuit, he made it happen. So he's taken all of that kind of knowledge and putting it in with this as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's just so good, so bloody good. I love it. I'm so glad to finally get. For months and months and months now, I've been like, Stu, when are you releasing the bloody pedal? Come on, man. Come on. When's it coming out? Well, come on. When are we doing this? And you know, I to show you the chat, it's just on endlessly. Come on, man. Let's release this bloody thing. He's had this ready. For me, he's had this ready for about 6 months, but for Stu, it's not quite been right. And finally, he's like, I can't just keep tweaking it.
Yeah,
I've got at some point, I've got to put it out, and I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gone and done it, and I'm so bloody glad because it sounds amazing. In the one with the with all the goodness in it, which is the quietest setting, which is actually a normal pedal volume, because when you put it into the other two, it's super loud. But when you put it into this one, I put it on there, A-B'd it with my 87 Rats, got them sounding exactly the same. It's just so good.
That's the testament, isn't
it? Yeah. So I can take my old Rat off the board now that has funny power requirements, because it's got the funny like headphone jack style power. I can take that off the board. I can put that into my little vintage collection, not have to worry it anymore, not worry it's going to break or anything like that, and I can put this on and know that I'm going to get exactly the right tone.
Beautiful. Yeah, and there's been a few videos drop about that this coming week. Like on Thursday, there was about three videos dropped. I think there was Lee Fuge.
Yep.
There was Dip Switch demos as well. So it did an absolute fantastic one, and then there was obviously the pedal boards are doing one as well. And then shortly after that one, I think it might have been yesterday or today, Marcus Deluxe as well dropped one, which was brilliant. So lots and lots of he was loving the low gain settings on it actually, which when I played the BMB, I was loving up those settings. But there is something about it where you just crank everything up to maximum and just have a bit of fun with that. But you can still do that.
Weird's happened with your camera. It's just moved, and I'm like, what's going on? So forgive me for looking. I just looked up at the OBS, and I'm like, hang on a minute, why is he taking up 2/3 of the bloody screen?
Don't know. I mean, I can assure you my camera hasn't moved. I've been watching it the whole time. It's there. But yeah, he's so Marcus was doing some kinds of like Biffy style riffs with it, and it sounded like just mega. Like there were those guys like Lee Fuge was like ripping out like the 80s rock, and then like doing the Biffy style stuff as well with the lower gain settings. So like it was covering a whole bunch of territory with just this one pedal. I'm quietly excited for when I get to try one.
Yeah, I'm sure Stu will get one over to you at some point, so you can have a bash, because it's. I still say, though all of his pedals are so very, very good, the Brexit was his best pedal, because for me it really fit what I wanted. It was that sort of 80s metal sound, 80s going into 90s metal sound. You could do everything from Slash to Zakk Wylde and that sort of thing on it, and I love playing like that. I really do. Give me that and a wah pedal, and I'm away. I'm gone for days.
We've just had Stuart show up in the chat. Hello, Stuart.
Hello, mate. Talking about you, not to you. Oh no, Matt's just chimed in as well. Yeah. So Matt was going to join us today, guys, but unfortunately his Wi-Fi has not even 1 megabit of download. He's so bad he can't even watch this on his Wi-Fi.
Indeed, I imagine the Wi-Fi on the Isle of Man is being siphoned through a potato. So,
I reckon yours ain't far off it.
Well, out of the two of us, who's been having internet issues recently? So,
as in today, you?
I haven't been having internet issues today. I've had absolutely pristine internet.
Yeah.
All have
so that's the reason we weren't. That's the reason we weren't in last fortnight ago, was because I literally for about 3 days had no internet whatsoever. It might have been even 5 days. I can't remember now. I know it took me out of work for a couple of days, and it happened over the weekend, so it must have been 4 days at least. I just couldn't do anything. And all our TV we watch is through the internet. So we've got like the Virgin boxes, but they require an internet signal to give them a good signal. Otherwise, it's all blocky.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, what DVDs do we still own? And we were going through, and like it was basically the Harry Potter box set, which is fine. We love Harry Potter, but we were like, that's all we've got that we can watch with the kids. Anything else was horror films.
Yeah, there's only so much Harry Potter you can watch, isn't there?
Yeah, so it was, and with the weather being crappy, we did go out for walks, but it wasn't ideal. Oh dear, Stu, how long have I been bugging you about releasing this pedal? Huh?
So I think that might be what's affecting the internet. To be fair, like the poor weather.
Yeah, it's pretty bad today. Is it windy up where you are?
It's just generally grim, like wet, cold, horrible. The internet prefers
it's not stop raining here.
Yeah, Wi-Fi signals prefer to go through warmer weather. I think we all do. But yeah. So let's have a quick bash about what I've been up to this week, because. We'll get on with the show proper. Then we're already like 20 minutes in, so let's have a look. So, what you say?
I was gonna say, should we give people a heads up of what we're going to be talking about later, so they can start putting their 2 cents in the
their tuppence
in the whatchamacallit in the chat. What did you say?
Yeah, go ahead then, Lee. Go ahead.
All right, okay, so in a bit, we're going to be talking about... There's a few things we're going to discuss, but one of them is going to be our Desert Island rig. So we've got to choose... How many pedals?
So you've got 3 pedals, 2 guitars, and 1 amp.
I think it's 5.
That you can take onto a desert island, and you have to play that forevermore. 3 pedals, so 2 guitars, 1 amp.
Cool, nice one. So what we want to know is what's going to be yours. We're going to talk about ours, and we'll mention yours in the chat as well. And if you own a pedal company, you are allowed to include your own pedals. Just try and include a couple of others, Stu.
Hey.
No, Stu's really good like that, actually. He's really good at talking about other people's pedals, unlike some companies I know.
He buys a few as well, does our Stu? He's
like every week he buys a new fuzz.
He's quite a fan of pedals, which helps, I suppose. Right, so
yes,
I'm gonna go chronologically through what we've been up to. So most recently, I released a video about the Backup Dancer by BudgetPedalChap, which is a optical vintage phaser, which is absolutely amazing. Probably the best phaser I've ever heard.
Really?
Yeah, it's that damn good. It's such a big circuit that it barely fits in a 1590 BB. So it's a big one. It's got seven chips in it, and it's got a series of LDRs surrounding an LED. So it's optically based. It's really good. It's really good. Like you can get those phase 90 sounds out of it, but you can dial it back to get like real subtle shimmer, and you can get like some super sci-fi sounding like laser sounds. It's amazing. So I was really digging that, and I've dig it so much that I'm pretty sure that come the new year I am going to be replacing the phaser on my board for that one, because it's a good one.
Yeah, did that? Do you remember that one I got from Svi Sounds? I think it was like towards the beginning of the year. The little small-sized one. Yeah, there it is.
Man looks for a pedal on the internet. He looks for a pedal on the internet. He makes noise. Nope.
That's an optical phaser. It's got 4-stage and 2 stages, so you can switch between the two.
Oh.
Really, really cool little pedal. Yeah, different to the things like the Phase 90 and stuff. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. But then I've got phasers on the old GT 1000 core. I'm loving that thing. It's so good. Anyway, this is what you've been up to. So go on.
No, carry on. Tell me about your GT core, because we heard a bit about it when it arrived, and then we've heard like little bits since. But how you getting on with it? Because it's one of the big things this year, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Let's put it this way, right? Anything that I want to make an example of, like say I'm doing some work for Timepedia, and we had to do something that was to do with harmonies at the moment, recently. So a harmony pedal, and we were talking about playing styles, because when you're doing a playing style of a harmony pedal, you've got to make it so you can do a playing style that you can switch from major to minor. So you've got to be really clever with that, because you can't put thirds into it, for instance, because that third's not going to be relative to when you go over to and sevenths and these sort of things. So we were throwing ideas backwards and forwards, and because I didn't have that exact pedal here, it's fine. I'm just like making an example of it on that. Anything like that. If anyone saying to me, I'm trying to think of how to use this sequencer, I'm trying to work out how to use a bit crusher or something like that, don't worry, I can go over it. I don't actually have to have the exact pedal. I've got almost the exact pedal in that, and it's been so bloody helpful. I know that's the same for all multi-effects, but that's one of the big things for me in the last few weeks. Is it's just been, give us a second, pop over to that, running a line out of that straight into the door, because it's got all the amps and everything built into it.
Yeah. So it's
so easy,
really quick and convenient. And that's kind of what drew me to making the Stomp v Stomp series, is that I could pull up any sound that I wanted on the Stomp. Like there's so many, like there's every version of modulation, and for some there's like 2 or 3 different versions of it. So you can A/B them against the actual pedals, and like if I was being particularly conservative about my pedal choices, I could probably do the majority of what I needed to do from the Stomp itself. I could do away with the pedals. But
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is. But the Stomp v Stomp series has shown that actually, even though the Helix is a brilliant tool, in certain situations, can't beat a pedal. So I think
absolutely agree with that. The it's just for the uses that I've been needing it, like for the things I've been needing it for. Not only has it, like for example, on the harmonizer, it's not like it just had a harmonizer on it. It had every different possible connotation of harmonizer. However many voices you want, you could add like more and more and more. I could sound like 4 Brian Mays if I wanted to. Do you know what I mean? It was absolutely fantastic. And the limitations just weren't there. I've not hit any limitations with it yet. It takes a little bit of getting your head round, but once you've got your head round one effect, the same applies to most of the others.
Yeah. And the question then comes in: how many phases have you had in a row?
I'm gonna have to make a vid on that, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. I can't. There's no getting away with it. I'm gonna have to do it. Oh dear.
There you are. And maybe have like 2 stereo amps that are out of phase as well. So you get really hit that phase tone.
I just got a message from Stu, and he's having internet trouble as well. Otherwise, that's why he hasn't.
Yeah. It appears like it's. Well, that's the case for everyone today. So we will soldier on and see what we can get on with.
Yeah, absolutely.
So backup dancer I did, but it was the first in the No Talk All Tone series that has not featured the fabled pedal tray.
I'm so glad.
So
I love it, but oh my god,
I know it's a wonderful bit of nostalgia, but it's not quite professional, is it? And I've upped the game again now, so I've increased that. I've had Marcus Deluxe's like mini pedal boards, like the little display boards. I've had it for probably about 4 or 5 months now, and I've never quite been brave enough to take that step away from the pedal tray. But this week was that week, and we showcased the Marcus Deluxe little mini board.
Let's give him a shout out. Have you got it to hand? Do you want to show people? Because they're awesome, them little things.
Yeah, just give me a sec. I need to move.
While he looks for it, let me describe what this is. So it's like a say 45-degree upright pedal board. So it's for YouTubers and these sort of things. Not necessarily just for YouTubers, but like if you want to experiment with your pedals and these sort of things, it's handy to have it there. It looks really neat. And Marcus, if you're listening, man, or you're watching this back, you should check this out, because they are. Well, you should check this out. Of course, I'm telling the guy who makes these that he should check these out.
That's it.
How have you found it? Have you found many uses for it other than just demos?
I'm like, theoretically, I could probably do like a mini pedal board that I could take to a guitar practice, like a band practice, because I'd be able to fit maybe like three Boss style pedals on there, or maybe like 5 mini pedals, and I could get away with that. So I might try that as a challenge. But what I'm also thinking as well, in the new year, doing another little video series, getting an artist's tone out of this size pedal board. So like trying to replicate an artist's tone, but it has to fit upon this tiny little pedal board.
Can I ask you a question? If you turn it round and lay it down the other way, can it act like on the floor pedal board? It can.
Yeah. So it's got a fat end which you can lay it up vertically, but it's also got like an A-frame kind of thing that you can have it as an angled pedal board. So it's really, really quite versatile. But it's used like a lot of these and the vert board, which has got like a little shelf on it. They're used by a lot of demo guys.
Do you know what I think? I think if you're the sort of person who likes to have your delay and your reverb in the loop, but you don't want like massive 4-cable method running to your board and back, because it's an absolute pain in the arse.
Yeah.
You could have that on top of your amp, and you can see what your settings are. You can go over and tweak it without having to worry too much.
Yeah, and Marcus pre-velcros not only the top for the pedals, but also velcros like a couple of strips on the bottom side, the bigger end. So if you did want to have it like mounted via velcro on the top of your amp so it doesn't fall off, you could have that as well.
Yeah. If you don't mind sticking a bit of velcro to the top of your amp, you're all right, aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't see why that'd be a problem.
With the state of some of the amps that I've seen on the exchange, like a tiny bit of velcro is not gonna make much difference. So we've done that this week. The kind of new look no talk all tone. I'm getting some good feedback on that as well. So the next no talk all tone will probably follow a similar aesthetic. I will try and take. I've got like this tiny little plastic bag that some cables came in, and I forgot to take it out of a shot. So for the next one, I'll do that. But for this week, you can have the tiny little cable baggie.
You should get a little bag, one of these type bags, and just like put some like flour in the bottom of it or something.
I mean, it essentially was just an empty one of those, but just off right in the shot. But it's all right. It's all right. I set it all up with a bit of, because I recorded it on Thursday, ready for Friday, so I was in a little bit of a rush. Whereas this week I'll relax and take my time. And
yeah, do you know what? I get that with the news every week. You know, because you're involved in that side of things with us. But the listener probably doesn't know that. We tend to shoot the news either on the Thursday nights or the Friday, because so many things get announced on a Friday and we release it on a Friday because that's when we get our most hits. So yeah, it is kind of like, what we're going to do. We tend to plan a lot of the news beforehand, but it's a case of shooting it, editing it, and uploading it and getting it all done. Hence why on Friday it wasn't a case of just press in publish. It was a case of like, that was shot, that was ready to go out, but it had to be uploaded and everything. And so by that time it was just like, I'm out.
Yeah,
but it says no.
It's a peek beyond the door, that, isn't it? Like
yeah, man.
It's more than one occasion where on like Thursday night and I'm uploaded and it's getting to like 11 o'clock and I'm thinking, I've got work tomorrow. I need to not do this, but then I just soldier on through it and get it all done, get it uploaded and whatnot. But there are so many times where it's just like that is the last possible moment for me to do it.
Yeah. I'm starting to get things a little bit quicker now. I've got some better editing software that's more complicated, but it means that I can, once I've set it up once, I can then go back and just take that video out, put another video in, give some chops in there, and on the fronts and the ends and my little ninjas and all that sort of thing, they're already in place, more or less.
Yeah. I've got like a template set up for the no talk all tones and for the pickpockets and for the stomp v stomp as well. So it's all kind of templated. So I'm streamlining that workflow, but there are some days where you just like, can I just not today? Can I just have a day off?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's I've kind of made a rod for my own back because I'm like saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this news every week, and I'm like, hang on a minute, what about when I'm having a holiday or what we're going to do then? So it's not like you can pre-shoot the news for the week.
No,
so
it's definitely
yeah. It might be a case that if you are watching that, you might end up watching one of our other familiar faces on the channel doing the news occasionally, whether it's a Budget Pedal Chap here himself or Lowell or Mikey's hands doing it. I don't know. Yeah, it's not unlikely. Let's put it that way.
Indeed.
Have you done anything else, dude?
I have, yeah. So I've recorded another 3 in the Pickpocket series, and they the first one was out last Wednesday, so that was the Ibanez 1000 PG, I think it was called, which is like a celluloid, slightly larger than Jazz 3, but Jazz 3 like shaped pick. So I demoed that one. This week coming up, I've got a Timbertones black horn, I think it was called. So it's like a buffalo horn. And then just before Christmas, you should be getting Purple Heart Trident's pick as well.
Okay, cool.
And I think they schedule either on a Monday or a Wednesday, and I can't remember. So you'll have to check. But they're up for premiere, so you can see when they're going to be released. But yeah,
that's cool, man.
They're perfect for when you're on the shitter, because they're like 2-3 minute videos. So you need to just check those pics out.
Yeah. Love it. Oh man. Dear me.
So
should we do one of these games then? Because I'm looking forward to these. I really am.
We shall do. Right. So this is our kind of segment of the show, which I'm going to deem Christmas kind of stuff, because it's relatively holiday seasonal related. And the first one that we do this, I think we've done it the last couple of years, is we look at the websites that publish these lists of top 10 things you must buy your guitarist for Christmas, because they're usually not very good. So we'll kind of pick a few of these apart and potentially give our own suggestions as well. So the first one comes from The Vault, a website, The Vault /Music Arts. And this one seemed like a promising list. So number 1 on the list was guitar straps, and then within that they also mention you might want to get them a strap lock as well. So I'm thinking, yes, this is a legit list, and to kind of to bring more of a legitimacy to this list, a few of my guitars over there, I think maybe 2 or 3, have got straps that were bought as Christmas presents in years gone by, and I still got them. They're still useful. They're still on my guitar. So number 1 on the list, big thumbs up from me. Right, number 2, microfiber cloth or cleaning solution. Thinking again, yes. You're not too convinced.
Yeah, do you know what? I've got friends whose guitars build up, stuff between the frets really, really badly, really, really quickly. It's just like, they're always cleaning them off and these sort of things. Yeah. My guitars don't end up like that because I guess I'm not particularly sweaty or whatever. I know some people really are, but I don't have to clean my guitars very often. So I'm quite lucky like that. But I guess if you are one of these people who eats with your fingers or whatever, then you might. No. Yeah. No. If you are one of these people whose guitars get particularly filthy quite easily, then all good and well. The microfiber cloth is quite handy, I suppose, if you're in a dusty environment. I'm in a studio. That's where all my guitars are, so they don't get particularly dusty in here.
Yeah, I mean, for mine, it's the like, cause I'm very similar where my sweat doesn't really do much to the guitars. I don't really sweat too much when I'm playing. I mean, like, I think the strings that are on my that are on the Variax are like the first set of strings that I changed on it. So they're probably about 8 months old, and I've used that for every demo pretty much I've done in the past year, and they're still going strong. Yeah. But
I know people who have to change their strings, every couple of gigs.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I really feel sorry for them because they spend so. You can literally see that their strings rusting, and it's like, mate, are you buying iron strings? What is this? So, my strings tend to last quite a long time, and also I've got quite a lot of guitars, so I don't, because I played them all. It means that it kind of spreads the usage out over lots of different strings. So I probably do buy quite a lot of strings in terms of because I've got lots of guitars.
Yeah.
Whereas I know people who buy more strings than me, and they've only got one or two guitars.
Yeah, I mean, trying to maintain a guitar, if your skin basically corrodes the guitar.
The earth, I thought you said.
So, I mean, I'm very similar. I've got a huge bank of guitars, but like I say, by and far the most used is the Variax at the moment, because it just does exactly what I want.
Sorry, can I just ask you, are there any tips on, are there any mentions of Velcro on this? Because one of our YouTube viewers, Cathal Daily Music, said it's hard to get good Velcro these days. I've said dual lock's pretty good, but are we going to cover any Velcro on this list?
There is no one mentions Velcro, but that's always a decent one, isn't it? Like a roll of decent Velcro would be a good one. We'll add that when we're doing our amendments to the list. Like the microfiber cloth. I recorded a video not so long back of the flying V that I've got, and in the video you can see all of these like fingerprint marks because the light's hitting the guitar at just the right angle, and it's really annoying. And if I had a microfiber cloth to just give it a little bit of a dust down, it would look beautiful and shiny and amazing. So I'm down with that. I think that is a very thoughtful and very useful present.
I don't know if the viewer can see, but my Bernie over behind me, which is black gloss, dude. Oh mate, fingerprints all day. Then you've got my proper Les Paul here, and you can't see fingerprints on that for love nor money.
Yeah. I mean, in the Flying V's defense, no, not defense. Like it is a gloss black guitar, so it's prone. But yeah, something like that would be good. Number 3, picks and strings. So like, coming back to it, like if
it's very personal, isn't it?
But if someone bought you a pack of like some exotic picks. Because I know like Timbertones do like a 4-pack with like a little tin. If someone bought you that, it's like nice little experimentation, some exotic flavours, and then a little tin to keep your picks in. That's sound.
No, I've been through this. I've done this. My mate Alex, I don't know if he's listening, Alex Wrigley. We've bought each other picks before. I've bought him stone picks and stuff like that. And do you remember that wooden pick that I was talking about when we had our pick guy on? A friend of mine gave me that. That was Anthony from Folks and Guitars. He was like, "Here, cool. Take this, try this out." And I played with him a couple of times, and I was like, "Nah, I think it's such a personal thing. Unless someone's buying me the exact picks that I use, I don't want someone else buying me. I've got to be in the right mood to try another pick. And if I'm going to go and buy, if I want to try it, I'll go and buy one because they're not expensive. Well, I know some of them are stupidly priced, but they're not expensive things. That stone pick I got for Alex actually was bloody expensive. I think it was about 30 quid or something. I can't remember. Yeah, maybe not as much as that. But yeah, but I got one free, which was interesting. So don't tell him that. But yeah,
but I can't believe that because stone is really hard to shape, isn't it?
Yeah, but God knows where it is, and that's the other thing about picks. I don't know where my wooden one is. You know,
yeah, you lose them.
Yeah, whereas these things, they're 10 a penny, almost literally. You know, and sorry for the viewer there. You know, the Jazz Freeze. I could throw that over there and not really give a damn, but I'm not wasteful, so I'm not going to. And I've got this box here, and it's just full of picks, absolutely full of picks. You know, and it's just full of Jazz Freeze.
So there you go. If you want to give someone a Christmas present, don't give Lee picks. Give me picks.
Yeah.
I'll happily go with picks. I've got a big tin full of, and it's growing. I need to get another tin actually because it's overflowing.
I didn't realise I've got a gravity pick.
Yes, have I? I've got a few.
This is actually from JHS. Can you see this?
I can. Yes.
From JHS, and it's a gravity pick, and it's angled at every single point. I didn't even realise I owned that. That's interesting.
Let's see what I can show you here. See this one? Yeah,
it looks very, very similar. It's very blurry, but it's see-through and it's same shape.
There you go. This is a Guitar Nerds one. Gravity pick.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to try that out. I'm going to put that over here to the side. And I'm going to try that later. Because I'm in the mood and I had the choice. It wasn't forced upon me. I've probably had that in there for years.
All right. But hey, if someone bought you a pack of strings, like if they knew, like if you told people your gauge, and they bought you a pack of strings, you'd be like, "Yep, sound that's all right. That's nice." Or are you picky about your strings as well?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. If someone wants to buy me strings, it would be, these are the strings I want, right? So it would be basically the NYXL balance tensions. That's what I want. 10 to 52s. That's what I want, really. That's what I want to be using. I've never been happier than with them on my guitars, and I don't think any of my guitars have got them on at the moment. And it is bugging me.
Isn't it 10 to 46? With the balance tensions.
Oh yeah, it is. Yes, so the 52s is what I used to use for going for those sort of Zakk Wylde sort of tunings where you like getting the dropped D and stuff like that. And yeah.
But so you've pretty much said, oh yeah, I'm very picky about my strings, but I don't have any of these strings on my guitars. So
yeah, and it's bugging me. It is really bugging me.
So there you go. That would be a perfect Christmas gift for Lee. Would be like a 10-pack of balance tension.
NYXLs.
Yeah, 10 to 46, not 52, because the balance tensions only do it in standard gauges.
Yeah, so, if anyone's listening that works there, just send me over one of those massive boxes. If you see those boxes that they have in the shops and you kind of like, that's what I need. I just want that.
To be fair, I need to get some more guitar strings. I should have put them on my Santa's list this year.
Should we get an endorsement for our YouTube channels from Dario or someone?
Yeah, to be fair, I'd go for like I've used Dario, I've used Ernie Ball. I've really been liking Roto Sound.
I actually know the guys over at Roto Sound.
There we go. Get us in, mate. Get us in.
No, because they don't do the balance tension. They laughed when I said about balance tension. They were like, all guitar strings are balance tension. I was like, no, they're not.
So I think the balance tension sets are like the string gauges are altered, aren't they? Because they've got like a 13.5 gauge on one of them. Which is
it's just it's more evenly spread out, so it just feels so much fluid. It really does. It just feels so much nicer, and playing chords even feels nicer when you're strumming and stuff. It just they should all be like that. That's what I want. I want them all to be like that. And people, because we're so stuck in our ways as guitarists, they're they're just not.
Yeah, I think I've still got a few sets of balance tensions on a couple of mine. I moved over to just using whatever. I went through a phase where whenever I'd go into a guitar shop, even if I'd just gone in to have a look around, I'd buy a set of strings just to kind of throw them a buck and keep them going, even if it's only a little bit of money their way, just to keep that experience a thing, because I don't want guitar shops to be online. And I do like them, do like online guitar shops, but I want to still have that in-person experience. So I've got some random sets in my little cupboard. I've got an OptiWeb set. I've got a Jim Dunlop set, Paradigm set. The D'Addario NYXL, the ones in the black, or are they just the NYs? I can't remember. The newer ones are like a tougher composition. So I've got a few of them. So the next couple of restringings of my guitar is going to be very random. But hey ho.
What was next on the list? I'm really eager to know.
So
also, talking about picks and strings is probably going to lose us viewers.
Yeah, we all use them though. We all use them.
Yeah, so I know. We all clip our toenails as well, but we're not talking about that.
Clip our toenails? No, we don't.
You're like, funny enough, the next item on the list is
guitar-shaped toenail clippers. No, it's this is where the list lost me, because I was thinking this is a pretty solid list, even if you don't necessarily agree. It's pretty solid for like a good number of guitarists. Number 4, unfortunately, Christmas Songbook. There is nothing more that I would want to not open on Christmas, I think, for 2 reasons. Number one, like if it's a Christmas present, it's going to be a year before that book becomes useful again.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Exactly.
But number 2, like if I wanted to learn a Christmas tune, and like the majority of them I know kind of off by heart already now, because I've played in bands and played in like covers, outfits and whatnot. If I wanted to like find a Christmas song, say there was a new Christmas song comes out, I'd go on Google, I'd go on Ultimate Guitar and see what's going on there, or I'd go on
and learn it wrong.
Or I mean, chances are I'd probably go onto YouTube and like stream the song and then work it out myself. But
yeah, so sometimes there's a middle ground, isn't there? You like look at the tab, watch someone else, and you kind of like learn the basics of it, and then you kind of go in and then just correct it yourself by listening to it.
Absolutely. So that is a big swing and a miss right there. For me, Christmas Songbook is an absolute shit gift. Almost like
any sort of songbook, really.
Yeah, songbooks in general, not particularly great, and anything kind of Christmas related as well. Like if someone gives you like a Christmas decoration or something, you're like, yeah, cool. That's going to be on a tree for like 5 days, and then it's going in a cupboard for a year.
Yeah, you say that. I got a guitar Christmas tree ornament about 4 years ago for Christmas from one of our Swedish relatives, and I was like, oh, okay. And we did put it on the tree the next year, and I was like, yeah, I was really happy the next year when I pulled it out, and I was like, oh yeah, this.
To be fair, I've got a few of them as well, little wooden ones.
Yeah, when I got it though, I was like, "Oh, thank you," and I thought, "Well, great." Well, we weren't even in our own country; we were in Sweden at the time, so we didn't even have our tree to put it on. And I was like, "Oh, okay, lovely, thank you." But the next year, it really came into its own. And I was like, "Now that makes sense."
Yeah. So maybe you have to be a bit more patient. But again, like the Christmas songbook, I just don't think in this day and age, I don't think there's any need for that nonsense.
Yeah.
And then number 5, because this was a list of only 5, it says a gift certificate for a music shop.
Okay.
Like,
how much?
That's a cop out. Well, however much it is, I'm thinking, okay.
If someone gave you £1,000 to spend at Anderton's, you'd be happy.
Yes, but if someone gave me £1,000 to spend it anywhere, I'd probably be happy.
But yeah, if you had £1,000, right? Someone just gave you £1,000, and you could spend it anywhere, and you went and just spent it on guitar stuff. There would be someone saying to you, "You could have bought anything with that. You could have spent that on a new car or upgrade. You sold your old car and upgraded your car. You could have spent it on something sensible." If you've got it and you can only spend it in a guitar shop, it's like, yeah, no one's going to say anything now. I can spend this on whatever I want.
Legit, but I've been in receipt of guitar shop vouchers before, and the feeling of obligation made it really inconvenient. So
yeah, it's a bit like those, those experience gifts.
Yeah,
where you get to go and drive a car or something like that, and they are fantastic. You get this experience, and you're like, awesome! I'm really going to enjoy that. I'm really glad I didn't get one of them at the beginning of 2020 because you just wouldn't have been able to use it.
Funnily enough, I got my missus a few of those last year for Christmas. And yeah, they've not been usable.
No, I imagine a bunch of those companies have probably gone out of business now. Bless them.
Yes, unfortunately. This year, all of her presents have been tangible. So.
Yeah, I say that though. I have had some great experiences from them. I got to fly a microlight. I got to go to a zombie day experience. That was fantastic. Yeah, I've had some really great experiences with them, but you have to use them within a year.
Yeah. I mean, it's that obligation thing again, isn't it? And the guitar shop gift certificate that I got was for a guitar shop that I didn't really know where it was. It was like a guitar shop local to the person, rather than like a chain of guitar shops.
Local to the person from the Sahara.
So it was just really inconvenient. And then when I went in there, it was like a really, really small music shop, which didn't really have a great deal of just anything that I wanted. I ended up just buying guitar cables because I was like, well, I'll use them. And to be fair, I've still got them and they still work. So. Yeah,
not quite as exciting as it could have been if it was a big shop like GAC or Anderton's or what's the one over in Chelmsford? I can't remember. But sure. Yeah, Peach and all these sort of places.
Yeah.
And PSM and that. But yeah, you go in there, you can basically get what you're after, and if you can't, they'll get it in for you.
Oh, absolutely. So that was the good list, and then we've got the bad list now.
that was the good list.
Yeah. So the World Music blog had a similar kind of top 5 list. Well, they had a couple more, but I've whittled it down to like the top 5 of that list. So the first one was a card game called Mixtape, which. I only got their blurb from it, but it was like vaguely music related card game. I'm like, okay, this isn't a great start.
We've had a comment from my friend Matt Peter Fry, who is part of Picasso pedals over down in Australia. Pedal Picasso, sorry. And he has said $1,000 on really good cables, boring but awesome at the same time. It's true.
It wasn't £1,000 on cables. It was slightly less than that, but yeah.
Yeah, slightly.
So the first one was this weird kind of vaguely music related card game. Number 2 in their list was vinyl turntable socks.
What?
Yep, vinyl turntable socks. Number 3, face masks with band logos and band albums on them.
Okay, cool. But, you know, it depends if they get the band that you like. But did you see, like, ones like the Colour Sound one?
Yes, yeah. I think Stuart got one of those, didn't he?
Yeah. I was talking to Anthony Macari the other day about him. He's such a nice bloke. He really is. If you get a chance to talk to Anthony Macari, do it. He's such a nice chap. But, Stu did get one. They're so... I really want one, actually. They are really, really cool.
Yeah, I just don't think I'm into the whole fashion face mask thing. It's not for me.
It's for 2020.
Yes, it's exactly that, isn't it? It's because come 2025 or whenever this is all blown over and we're back to a form of normality.
So when we've all got 4 arms due to having the jab.
That's it. Super COVID by that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so face masks, which this one I thought was legitimately quite good, and I never thought of like a Bluetooth aux controller or converter. Sorry, so something that's got like a 3.5mm jack to like a Bluetooth dongle, and then it converts that input into a Bluetooth input.
Yeah, you get them for cars. So if you wanted to be able to use if you got like, say, a 97 Volkswagen Fox or Polo or something like that, and you've just got an aux input or whatever, you can get them for your car and you can pair your phone with it.
Yeah, like back in the day where you used to have like a tape that had a cable coming out of it, and then it had an aux cable at the other end.
Yeah, I never had one of them, but I saw them a lot, and I was like, yeah, do you know what? That's really cool. That's really clever. Fucking knows how they work, but that was, really, really clever.
Yeah, so it's like the modern equivalent of that. So, like, if you've got an amp, for example, that doesn't have an aux in, but has got like a return or something that you could plug that into, you could have like you could be jamming through like songs from your phone or something.
Yeah, or you can get Wazrares and it does it automatically.
Yeah, you could do, but I don't want them. And then what else have we got? So we're kind of getting towards the end of it now. Pick holder keychain, like a little leather pouch for picks that goes on your keychain. Like, do you not have a wallet?
Dude, do you know what? Right, check this out. Wrong one. Oh, balls are on all the others. I bought some really cheap guitar straps because I was like tired of just swapping my guitar straps over all the time, and I'm not gigging most of these guitars, so I just bought like some really cheap guitar straps. They were like $5 each or something like that. They've only got little pick things on them, so you can like store picks in the pick strap. I was well chuffed.
Fair play. I've got picks kind of just lying on the table in front of me. I never really need carriage for them, but if I do, I keep them in my wallet anyway. So, and I'm not entirely sure how much I trust a little leather wallet thing attached to my keys.
I've always got them in my little pickpocket on my jeans. Always got picks in my pickpockets on my jeans.
That's product placement there. Watch the Pickpocket series now. Only on YouTube. And then, the final one? A Tower Records t-shirt. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Exactly. And then record player slip mat. And this particular one that they were advertising, looked like a pizza. It's like, well, because their excuse for it was that 2020 is going to be the first time in history since the release of the CD where CD sales are less than the sales of vinyl records. And you'd be like...
It's only partially related to records selling more, but also it's mostly related to no one buys CDs anymore.
Yeah, it's relating to the fact that CDs are a dying medium, and streaming far outweighs both of those put together. But there are some people with a nostalgic kind of rose-tinted glasses for the vinyl experience.
I do like the sound of vinyl. I've got a bit of a hipster when it comes to vinyl. I haven't got... Well, actually, no, I have got some, but I haven't got a vinyl player. But it does sound better. There's no two ways about it.
I've got a few. I've got some classic albums. I've got Zep 4. I've got... funnily enough, I've got Back to Black by Amy Winehouse, because I absolutely love that album.
Yeah, brilliant album. We were listening to Lana Del Rey today. Did you ever listen to her?
Nope.
It's very good. Very, very good. Similar sort of... similar in that she's like very strong woman and unique in her approach.
Okay. I'll say I'll check her out. Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
She did that video game song. You'll know it. She's got like 2 really famous songs.
Oh, the Mario theme. Bo, 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 bo. Yes, that was a classic, that was.
Do you know the song Blue Velvet? You know, she wore blue, and so on and so forth.
Velvet.
Whoa, whoa. Yeah. She did a cover of that. I didn't know until today. I was just listening to the album with my wife. I was like, oh my God. It wasn't good.
Oh.
Wasn't good. It wasn't terrible, but the original was such a brilliant song. It's a beautiful, beautiful song.
Speaking of not good, I heard Miley Cyrus's cover of Black Dog by Led Zeppelin. That wasn't good at all.
I avoided that. I saw people talking about it. I was like, I don't want to hear that. I didn't even care if it was good. I just didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, she's done some pretty decent covers. Her cover of Jolene was heralded as rather nice, and to be fair, she's made a career. Like her singing has made her a career, so she's accomplished, but she can't do Zeppelin. She's just like the range isn't there. The power weren't there. There was a lot. It seemed like really forced and really screamy, and but
do you know who did that song really well?
Greta Van Fleet.
No.
They do it really well.
William Shatner.
William Shatner would not do that. Has he not done that already?
Oh,
it sounds like something.
I don't know. Hey, mama, said the way you move. Gonna make you smile, gonna make you groove now.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that as much as I don't want to hear the Miley Cyrus version again.
I really want to hear it now. I really, really want to hear it.
There you go, Shat Dog. Get on it. I'm looking at the time. We're at an hour and a bit. So,
do you know what? I'm enjoying myself. I don't care if you want to carry on going. I'm happy to, because it's missed you, man. We haven't chatted in ages.
We'll swing round to the desert island rigs. In fact, actually, before we do, what would you add to that list?
What would I add to that list?
To the list of like stocking fillers for guitarists. What would you add?
Do's or don'ts?
Do's.
do's. Something like a small pedal. So I'm thinking about making a video on this, and I've asked in the comments on PedalBoards what people think. Pedals under 50 quid, basically stocking filler pedals, or more to the point, when someone turns around to you and says, "What would you like for Christmas?" and you're thinking, "I can't be cheeky. Everything that I want costs more than £200.
Yeah,
anything under £200, I don't really want." But I can't say, "Oh no, don't get me anything," because people will just get you something anyway. Yeah. So if you can turn around and say something that's maybe £20-30, something along those lines, then it's good. So I'm thinking about making a video on this, and I think you're on for a bit of a winner if you're not really going to go out maybe and buy some of these Donner pedals or these Amazon pedals, but if someone bought one for you, it's a great opportunity to just go and try it. And if you don't like it, you can just sell it on or whatever. But it's a great opportunity to maybe try a type of an effect that you wouldn't normally go out and buy for yourself. So if you're not a flanger user normally, you can say, okay, what about this Electric Mistress copy or whatever, like the Mua Elect Lady. I think that's more than £50. But if you wanted to go and get something like that, a lot of people rave about that. So there's some pedals like that I'd probably add to the list.
Yeah, like mini pedals and like you say, especially like these cheaper Chinese ones. Maybe even giving one of the Amazon ones a try, because, like you say, I'm not going to buy one personally, but if someone bought one for me, you're damn right I'm going to be rocking it. I'm going to be giving it a go and putting it through its paces.
Check out the Nux pedals first, though, because they are Nux pedals, and you might find it's a bit cheaper.
Yeah. I'd go one further than that and go to, say, like a pedal kit. Like a Jed's Peds or a Fuzz Dog or Bits Box or something like that.
Yeah, but know the person you're buying for. If they've never gone near a soldering iron before, and you buy them like a PPL, thing, then they're going to be well out of their league. If you're just buying them a 5-component fuzz,
like a Bass Fuzz or like Super Hard On or like an Acapulco Gold or something like that. Would be within the realms of possibility for someone who hasn't soldered before to be able to get that working.
The other thing I might recommend is you could pop over to Phil at Pedal Patch and buy someone a 5-patch cable kit.
Yeah, completely. Like solderless,
fantastic little stocking filler.
Absolutely, and if you get like 2 or 3 people doing that for you, that's an entire board's worth of patch cables, then, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how much they are. I can't remember, but for a small one, it's probably anywhere between £20 to £30. That's sort of Christmas present money, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you could like there was Practical Patch as well. They were doing like patch cables at like £4.50, I think, for a pop. Get a couple of them, like 3 or 4 patch cables in like very well built Tech Flex and like Nutrix jacks and whatnot. Beautiful.
Yeah, the guys actually work together occasionally. So the guys at Pedal Patch and Practical Patch, they tend to Phil and I can't remember the chap's name. Chris, yeah, they tend to work together occasionally, just to help each other out and recommend one another. So yeah, it's it's worth. You might be able to get a bit of both.
Yeah, and it just to mention, like that, like I think Chris did that on a bit of a sale actually, but like £20 for a really nice patch cable. This one's actually one of the ones that's got like one of the silent jacks.
Looks flesh colour.
So it's orange with like a sandy Tech Flex around the outside, right. Which does make it look unclothed.
It does, doesn't it?
But yeah, I mean, every so often when Chris has got like a little bit of a deal going on, a little bit of a bargain, I'll go, I'll chuck him like 20-30 quid. Here you go. I'm gonna grab me another cable, and I'm now at a point where I've got more cables than I need, but. Like it's awesome. Like I got the choice of like my weird flesh coloured cable, or I've got like a little forest green one down here. I've got a purple one somewhere. It's all good. So like they're interesting cables. And
do you know what? I've just thought of another thing that you could have. If you're a user of something like Two Notes or someone like that, you can buy them a voucher for some cabs.
Yeah, very very good. Yeah, getting some virtual cabs. That kind of thing does require a little bit of knowledge about the person, doesn't it? It requires knowing whether that person does have access to a way to use wall of sound or a way to a cab monitor.
Everyone can use wall of sound though.
Not if they ain't got a computer.
Then they're probably not watching this.
This can be watched on a phone.
Yeah, true.
So there are those people who don't cross computers with their guitars, but for the majority of us, we'll be able to boot up a DAW. We'll be able to run a plugin. I've got Wall of Sound on my computer, and it is a fantastic program. If someone were to buy me like a couple of the virtual cabs on that, absolutely banging.
Yeah, I think the other one would be some sort of looper pedal, because
absolutely,
especially on reverb. I think especially for newer guitar players, everyone wants to try a looper.
Yep, completely. But there's like a myriad of different pedals within that kind of under £50 mark. One that I mentioned last year and that I will keep mentioning until the day I die is the Polytune clip, or the is it the Monotune clip or the Unitune clip or something like that, which is the slightly
the Blackout or something like that, haven't they?
So the cheaper one, that like the clip-on tuner that they do the Polytune version, but they also do like the monophonic version, the one that doesn't do the polyphonic, which is slightly cheaper. And they are absolutely fantastic. I got one with I think it was like a subscription to Guitar Techniques, and I got that with that. And honestly, I've used it pretty much exclusively with guitars. Whenever I've been out and about, I've used that pretty much exclusively, unless I've had my pedal board with me. So, absolutely banging. They're absolutely brilliant. Right, I think we shall wrap it up with our desert island rigs. I think because we've had a few internet issues today, I don't think anyone's mentioned in on that one. But Lee. Desert Island rigs, 3 pedals, two guitars, and 1 amp. I'm gonna open this one up to you, and I'm gonna let you have either. So you can have either made up of entirely stuff that you don't own, to make like a completely new one, or has to be made up of stuff that you do own.
I think it's easier for me if I do stuff I do own, because I know it then.
Yeah, go on then.
Yep.
So, what are your 3 pedals if you had to go for 3?
Can they be multi-effects?
No. No, they cannot, because that's cheating, you cheating bastard.
But then what about the DD500? Because that's a multi-delay and can do like choruses and these sort of things. So can I include that?
Go on, I'll allow it because it's Christmas.
Like if not, I tell you what, I'm not going to include it. I'll go analog, okay? So I'd go for the Cali 76.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd
That's
go
legit.
for
Blue
Siren
Box,
Screams,
Blue
because I
Box.
fucking love this thing. Available on pedalboardsofdoom.com.
PBO Doom.
PBO Doom, yeah. But obviously, if you listen to this, you're a fan of Stu. If you're listening to this, go and buy it through Stu. Buy it straight from Stu. But, you know, you can still get it from us if you want to support us, whatever. It's there, but you can buy it directly from Stu, obviously. So I'd go for the Kali 76. I'd go for the Siren Screams. And I'd go for the Dalai Lama Extreme from Jam.
Not going blue box?
No, I'm not going blue box. Because it's a little bit limiting in what I can do with it.
Okay, yeah. It's one sound, isn't it, pretty much?
But I can make the Siren Scream fuzzy, and I can do an octave sort of thing on the Dalai Lama Extreme.
Cool. Right,
So I can get close to it.
You got two guitars, you relate?
Two guitars, has to be my Les Paul, my Strat.
Okay. Yeah, so Red Strat, is it MIJ, that one?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a decent Strat. I like it.
I can get some really heavy tones out of my Les Paul, and I have to have that Strat for that in between neck and middle. I have to have that. I can get my single coil tones on the Les Paul from splitting it, but it sounds more like a Tele than a Strat.
So there you go. You've almost got like humbuckers, Tele, and then Strat there, ain't you?
Yeah, absolutely. There isn't much I can't do with those two guitars. I can't really shred, but I can get close to it on the Les Paul.
Randy Rhoads managed it on a Les Paul.
Didn't he just? But I ain't Randy Rhoads. And then amp. This is where I'm a little bit torn. Because if I can only have one amp, it's like, do I go like with the Duchess, or do I go with my Marshall? There is like a third option in there, which is to go with the Cab M Plus, because that has cab emulation and amp emulation, and you can switch the 6L6 around for EL34s and EL84s, so you can swap the sort of amp emulation out that's there on that. So that, but I think that I would go. I would go Duchess, and here's why, right? It's got tremolo built into it, so you got another effect on there, right? It's got beautiful reverb, even though it's digital. It's got beautiful reverb on there, but the Siren Scream gives me a Marshally sort of tone.
Yeah.
And the Fender, well, the Duchess is a Fendery sort of thing, so I'm getting the best of both worlds there. I would like to go for my Marshall, but also you got the size of it. So yeah, I'd go for the
this is
Victory.
Desert Island. You're on a desert island on your own. You think, oh, it's a bit big.
Huh?
It says it's a desert island rig, and you're going, oh, it's a bit big.
Yeah, I suppose. But then it's like, which cab would I take as well?
Yeah, you would get to choose a cab, because I can't just stick you on a desert island with a Marshall head, but no cab. That would be really, really cruel.
Do I take my 4x12 or do I take my 2x12? Because the 2x12's got a creamback and a V30 in it, and the 4x12 is for greenbacks in there, which is what I've got the Victory into at the moment, which is a bit of an odd way of doing it, I know. I think I would take the Zilla, because it sounds fantastic. It sounds more like a 4x12 than it does a 2x12, but it's more cutting, so I can get those sort of metally tones if I want to.
Good on you.
Yeah. What about you?
Go on. Right, I've got to do 3 pedals, and I'm going to surprise you here. I'm not going to go for the Mojo.
Okay.
Because it's a really good kind of bass drive. Not like bass guitar, but like basis for drive. But it requires other pedals to add to it to really get the best out of it.
Yeah.
Whereas I've got like the 001, or it might actually be 000, prototype Chev Tone Messiah.
Yes.
And that on its own will do like the lower gain Marshall-y kind of drive tones, all the way up to kind of pushed. Almost, I think with this prototype, it almost does like an overboost where it sounds almost like it's got a fuzz going into the front end of a Marshall.
Nice.
So that'd be wicked, and that pretty much covers my my drive setting. I'm gonna go. So I'm a toss up here between the backup dancer, the BudgetPed's phaser, which is absolutely brilliant, or the Moen Shaky Jimmy, because they're both like obnoxiously big, but sound fantastic.
Let me suggest that you could probably get a vibe sort of sounds out of an optical phaser.
Yeah, go on. I'll throw the backup dancer in there then as well. So I've got those two, and then what am I going to go for now? I'm going to go for, I've got down here, I've got a Hello Sailor Rangemaster, which again is obnoxiously massive. And I think that with the Messiah would just be like tonal nirvana.
Dude, reverb delay.
So that's where like the amp, I don't really have a great deal of choice. I've got like a Black Star H25 down here, or I've got a PV Classic 30, and the Classic 30 has got reverb. Has also got a really nice drive channel. Just sounds fantastic. So that's going to be that, and it's got the verb. So the guitars, when I did this without like outside of my own rig, I missed off a telly. So number one is going to have to be on there. So my ESP telly is going to have to be there. And then I think as long as I can get it refretted and get it set up a little bit, I'm going to go with my first Squire Strat.
Oh, really?
I am, yeah.
See, are you not thinking Variax here? Because you've got like so much on the Variax.
No, fuck it. Like, as much as that's available, I don't tend to use it all that much. I use it for the mag pickups. And I love the sound of the mag pickups. I think it sounds like a really great guitar, and it plays really well. And if I was taking them today and I couldn't get the Squire refretted, it would be the Variax based on just the mag pickups. But my Squire Strat is an HSS, so I've got the humbucker tone there as well. It's got the Tex-Mex pickups, which sound fantastic, even though Matt tells me otherwise. And it was my first guitar, so if I'm on a desert island forever, it's gonna have to be, and it's gonna be my first love almost, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. I do not love my first guitar as much as you love yours. It's a fucking horrible thing. We've had a couple of comments in. Let's go through. So we'll get Phil out of the way quickly because it's just a quick one, which is Phil Dyer, who you may remember did the GT1000 Core demo. Did. Amazing guitarist. Yeah, absolute legend. He really is a great guy.
Yeah, cheers again for that, Phil.
Phil said, build an obnoxiously big board with obnoxiously big pedals. So you're looking at electro harmonics there, really, aren't you?
That's pretty much where I went. I mean, because the Shaky Jimmy is almost the size of my face. The Hello Sailor Rangemaster isn't far off. So
yeah, I've got one over there. It's that sort of size. It's a similar sort of size to this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of BB size, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'd go for that. I might even, before I get thrust onto this desert island, I might ask if Yeomans would make me a 2-foot switch BB version of the Messiah. So I can have the low gain, high gain mode on a foot switch rather than a toggle.
You could probably do that yourself.
I could do, but if getting the chap to do it for me, and it would be official then. It wouldn't be like some crazy ass modded version. It would be like official Chef Tone Dual Messiah.
Phil said that should be the deciding factor. Is it bigger than your face?
It's a legitimate unit of measurement as well.
All right. Okay. So I've got to open this up for a second because comments have gone down a little bit.
Norman.
We have. Oh, come on! Sorry.
Come on. I can't sing his songs anymore, can you?
Yeah, you shouldn't sing that. You don't want to be singing that.
Being a naughty boy.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Bimson has said his 3 pedals would be Eraser Dead, his Marshall Governor, which he won from Tonepedia.
Nice.
Yeah, so the one you hear on Tonepedia is the one Andrew's got. And a plethora. What is the plethora? Remind me.
Verb, is it Digitech, that one?
Andy, remind us, would you?
Are you there, Andy?
Andy, can you hear us, mate? Andy. His 2 guitars would be his Eggle New York, and which is set neck thin line T with P90s, and TOM. What's TOM?
What?
Tom, but like with hyphens in between.
Oh, TC Electronics plethora.
No.
Of course.
No. He's 2 guitars, Eggle New York and set neck thin line T telly with P90s and TOM. So it's a type of pickup, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. His amp would be the AC30.
Yep. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
But the plethora was the TC Electronic one, like the multi effects one.
Tunematic. It was Tunematic bridge. So it's a P90s thin line telly with a Tunematic bridge. TO. Trying to be super cool, aren't you, Andy?
Like the Jim Atkins one, isn't it?
Like the what? Sorry.
The Jim Atkins telly, 2 P90s thin line. Tunematic bridge, essentially like a Gibson telly.
Is that not what Matt's got? Something like that.
No,
he's got humbuckers in his, hasn't he?
Cabernator. It's Filtertrons,
of course.
And the bridge is it's just a standard hardtail.
Yeah. So it sounds like a nice rig. It's definitely different tones between the 3 of us.
Indeed. Yeah, we should start a band on this weird desert island.
He said, yeah, it's a telly with all the faults fixed. Isn't that called an Esquire?
Oh, dear. Right, I think that's where we're wrapping it for today, then. Because I can't be having this telly... anti-telly nonsense.
How is that anti-telly? That is the original telly.
The original telly was the broadcaster.
Yeah, if you like, but the Esquire is basically a telly with a single pickup, which is the pickup that everyone plays. If I was going to get a telly, I wouldn't get an Esquire. Honestly, I don't like paying more and getting less. But you do, though. You pay more and they take everything off. You
can always ignore using the neck pickup.
Oh man! Before we go, do you know what? Right, I've been saving a little bit of money up. I've been selling some bits and pieces off to try because I want to treat myself, and I want to get a 7-string, but I was looking around at some other guitars, and I wanted to get a Baja Telly a while back, right? Yeah, and they were going between £300 and £400. I've looked now.
Oh, they're like £700 and £800.
Yeah. I'm like, why have they all shot up in price?
Because they're discontinued.
Oh, so annoying.
Yeah, from what I've heard of them, I wouldn't be a fan. Like, on paper, they seem all right, but they've got, like, big, fat, massive necks.
Yep, cool. For a telly, that's good.
Nah. I like a playable neck. Anyway, come on, let's wrap this podcast up. So, thank you to all for joining in today. We had a little bit of a rocky start with the internet playing up, which means that I'm going to have to do some editing this week. But thank you all for joining in, and thank you for those who contributed to the comment section. Big, massive shout out to those people who are Patreon supporters. Andrew Bimpson, who was in the comments today, is one of those. And for as little as $2 a month, you can also be one of the cool people. So if you go patreon.com/FretTalk, you can find out how you can support this show. And the people who do currently support on Patreon are as follows: Mr. Andrew Bimson, Mr. Adam Yeomans of Chef Tone Effects, Mr. Doug Christ of 37 Effects, Mr. Joseph Richardson of Joseph Richardson Music and Abstraction Band, Mr. Hugh G. Rection, yes, Hugh G. Rection, Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups, and Mr. Brian Gare of the Tone Jerks podcast. You always crack a smile with that one, don't you, Lee? Always.
I normally go as well. But yeah, I didn't this time, apart from just then.
So if you want to catch me online, it is BudgetPedalChap at Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. YouTube is the home of the No Talk All-Turn series and the Pickpocket series. And if you go on Pedalboards of Doom, it's also the home of Stomp v Stomp, featuring this guy. And if you want to catch some news as well, you can head on there every Friday and you'll catch Mr. Lee Pedabadardoob doing some news. We've got a few other presenters as well. We've got Mikey doing some absolutely amazing work with a lot of new and exciting gear. I think most recently was the Automaton CX 1976, was it?
CXM, isn't it?
CXM, yeah, sorry.
1978, yeah.
There you go. I was 2 years off. But the Automaton Reverb.
Oh my God, that sounds so good. I know we're doing the outro, but my God, that sounds amazing. For 900 quid, it should sound bloody amazing, but it does sound awesome.
Indeed. Yeah, and who better to demonstrate like the possibilities of it than someone who pushes those kind of musical boundaries, which Mikey does absolutely fantastically. He doesn't stick to one instrument. He seems to be able to play them all. And it's the demos come out absolutely fantastic. We've got Lowell doing Does It Even series as well.
What, sorry?
Does It Even?
What?
Well, it depends what pedal. We've had Does It Surf, Does It Doom. I think at some point we might even have Does It Even Dad. But you need to wait for the new year for that to happen.
Does it even Christmas?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, maybe if we poke him, just go, come on,
do a special.
Do it. So that'll be us for this week. So from myself, Mr. BudgetPedalChap, from Lee Pedabadardoob. Say bye, Lee.
Goodbye, everyone.
It will be a tatty bye and good night for this week. Bye. Ta-da, Robbie.
See you later. Bye.
I've decided to release a Christmas record called Do They Know It's Christmas? It's a cover version.